B-rated movies.
Welcome to B-rated, B-rated movies. I'm Anthony.
And we don't have a drum roll. I'm Brian. Oh, coming in. Brian. Take a big old drink to get that one started. What's going on, man? I feel like
it's good.
You know, I feel like we haven't. Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna have to just wait, let the audience be in suspense before we tell them what we're drinking on. No, I feel like we haven't done this in a while, but I mean, I feel like sometimes we always say that. You know, it's like a week.
I mean, I think of the weeks that we did like extras for the bank. Like we're constantly doing it twice a week, so it feels like we're never not doing it. And then the weeks where we don't do that, then
just feels so long.
Yeah, like it feels so long since we actually had an episode.
Right.
So I think that's the feeling.
We're always here at least once a week together. Yeah. You know, my dog turned 1. My cat turned 1.
Wow.
Right? Both of them.
Like in the same week?
Yeah. July 1st and July 5th.
Wow.
Yeah.
So well, whose was on Betty's birthday? Because that was yesterday.
Hawk. Today this? Yeah. Yeah, nope. Hawk was,
Did you
5th.
do a birthday celebration?
We did. We got her some cat treats. She just destroys those things, man. Like, she's like, I've probably mentioned my cat before on this podcast. Like, she's a street cat, man. Like, we spent all this money on like nice beds for her to lay in, and she like sleeps in garbage bags. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, like she'll seriously just like climb. Like we'll be putting away groceries. She's like, oh, nice bed. We'll get up there and like rustle around in the fucking plastic bags and lay there and sleep. Like we'll be making like a sandwich, and she'll like run over there and like bite the shit out of it and try to take off running with the fucking thing. Like she gets in so much trouble compared to my gigantic ass dog. The thing is, she's like a tiny cat. Like, I think she's not going to get any bigger than what she is. Like, I'd say
she's Napoleonic thing, the Napoleonic complex.
Dude, she's pushing, I'd say maybe 5 pounds. Like, that cat is tiny, dude. And then what's even going to be better is now that she's a year old, I can go get her shaved. So, even though she's a short-haired cat, I'm going to go get her shaved so she looks like a lion. And she's going to look even smaller. But yeah, so our dog, she's like pushing like 115 now at least, you know, giant ass dog. And then we've got a runt ass cat that no matter what you do, like my son, we were all eating dinner last night and my son's eating a fucking rolled taco and the cat comes up and tries to bite it out of his fucking mouth. And we're like, what the hell, dude? This cat, when I say like this cat is like from the streets, man.
Thug.
Like, no joke. Yeah, everybody who has been over to our house will be like, yeah, fuck that. Still not as bad as Chandler. Chandler cat was still, you know.
That one takes the cake?
Yeah. This cat, at least it's like nice. It doesn't really attack you. Like, it'll jump at your food and everything, and, you know, but yeah, she's funny though. Like, when we get home, like late at night or something, like we'll have our flashlight on for our phones, and then you hear her go and like take off running because she's trying to attack your shadow. And so you can like put your finger like this, and it chases the wall, you know. And so like my wife, like she gets up before me to go to work, and she uses her flashlight on her phone, and I hear that damn cat just like peeling out all over the carpet, like trying to chase like Liz's shadow. I'm like, God damn it! I guess I'll wake up. You know,
I think that's one of the benefits of having like 3 stories. Like one of the few is I can have the lights on down here, and it doesn't affect anybody.
Yeah, you know, it's just the bedroom. But
because people act like, oh, you have a 3-story house, and it's like, no, motherfucker. That means I got 2 air conditioners. I have the Stairmaster.
There you go. You should just take out like this center column right here and just put a
maybe I could do like what is it from the Vanilla Ice Project where he puts like one of those like those prefab installed like futuristic elevators.
That's what I'm saying.
In the mansion, and it looks like it does not fit in this mansion at all. It looks like you just put like a fucking decal like on your car. It's like you have just made this thing cheaper.
Yeah, there's some house builders out here that we're looking at houses, and they're like, it's like 3-story, it has its own elevator and it has stairs. I'm just like, what happens if the elevator gets stuck?
That's true.
And like, what the hell do you do?
Did you call the elevator tech and be like, oh, but my door's locked, so you're gonna have to break down my door?
So like, exactly. What happens if you don't have your cell phone on you? Like, what the fuck do you do, man?
Yeah.
So like, I'm all for elevators, but I just don't know. Because I mean, if you're at the mall and it breaks,
then they have a way to get to you.
Yeah, but if somebody's in your house, or if you're in your house,
yeah.
Could you imagine somebody breaks into your house and your elevator breaks, and you just can only sit there and watch them just fucking ransack your shit, and then be like, all right, bye, bitch. Have fun in that elevator.
I can't do anything to you because I'm in here and you're out there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get really mad from behind this glass.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, other than that, like I said, it just seemed like it's been a long week.
Oh, yeah.
But we're back at it.
We are. This one was kind of a throw-in, not planned whatsoever, kind of like last week.
Oh, I think that...
Maybe a little more planned than last week.
Yeah, I think when we were searching for movies, like you search for one, and it's like, if you like that movie, you'll like this movie. And I was like, holy shit, I would like that movie. And then it's like, and then if you like that movie, check this one out. And I was like, what the hell? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you like this, you're going to like this. And then you're like this. And then you're like this. And so then by the end of it...
But they actually give you, like, appropriate suggestions, unlike Netflix.
Right.
Where it's like, if you liked Kindergarten Cop, you'll love Jurassic World.
Right.
It's like...
You get some of that random shit, too.
Like, what do these things have to do with each other?
It's like, you like fucking these people dying? All right. Have you ever seen Boss Baby? You're like, what?
Yeah. Like, what does that have to do with what I was just watching?
Like, you saw that person shit themselves right before they die, right? Here's the fucking Wimbledon, fucking Texas, or the tennis thing.
Yeah.
Did I say Wimbledon?
I knew what you meant.
Probably stuttering. Went over to my brother's house this evening for dinner. So had a couple pre-games.
So you're appropriately ready.
Appropriately ready already. Yeah.
Well, so tonight we are watching Panman. I did not stutter. I didn't mess up the word. No, it's one word, Panman.
Like, I feel like Step Brothers scene should be entered here. Pam. No. There's 2 N's. No.
Are you saying pa? Or are you saying pow?
There's so many. He's like, my lady, I think I can help out with the Pam and Pan thing. He's like, oh, all right, I got it. Yeah, Panman.
Panman. So basically, it's a guy that was a chef, wears a pan on his head, and murders people with a pan. I'm
pretty sure I've already seen this. I think it's Under Siege with Steven Seagal.
Pretty much.
I mean, I guarantee if M. Night Shyamalan directed this movie, by the end of it, it's going to like take the mask off, like, haha, like the Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
It's going to take the pen off his head and be like, it's been me the whole time. Then Aikido breaks your arm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Or 5 people surround him in a circle and fight him one at a time.
So I do it. Whenever I jump anybody, it's like, you, Chris, jump in. Carl, your turn. Hold on. Wait till Chris is done.
Jerry, you're next. Don't go now. This is an honor fight.
I was like, and damn it, people, why are we surrounding him? Get in a single file line. Yeah.
I always wondered that about those fights in those movies. Is it like, because like Steven Seagal was like, I can take on one person at a time, but we need to make this look like I'm outnumbered.
See, and fuck that. Like, I know how to defend myself. I took a bunch of YMCA classes, and
what's her name?
I took Rex Kwon Do.
No, I wasn't thinking of Rex Kwon Do. I was thinking of what's her name from SNL? Big black lady.
Oh, Jones.
Leslie Jones. She played a character who had taken 2 lessons at the local Y and was now a ninja. I love that character. I can't think of the name right now.
I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think that I can, defend myself pretty well. But if I was with like 13 of my really close friends and this one guy beat up like 12 of them and he's like, your turn, I'd be like, no.
I'm done.
But then at the same time, I don't know. Like, because you'd be like, for sure he's tired now, and then go after him, but then he beats you up.
But then you're going to like is this the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Or am I cashing in at Money in the Bank?
Yeah, because okay, he beat up one of my friends. Okay, maybe that guy was the toughest one of my friends. But then he beat up 2 of them. Be like, damn.
He's got to be. It's been 8 guys. He's got to be exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. But like my 8th friend or 9th friend, I'd be like, fuck, like this guy has to be tired out now. And then 9, 10, 11, and 12, I'd be like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I didn't even know. I'm not the baker's dozen of this
There is
group.
honor in quitting.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So that's what I'm thinking. Panman is going to be Seagal. He's going to take the pan off.
If it
Either
is,
that or it's going to be fucking Ramsay. It's going to be Gordon Ramsay, like promoting his new pots and pans that he has.
and he's just like he takes off the pan and just starts insulting everybody.
And then he makes them all a nice fucking filet dinner.
Yeah, it's the nice ending.
See?
He just
he fucks you up.
Yeah,
Doesn't scratch his pans at all. He's like, you can literally beat up a small army of people and you won't scratch your pans. And then you can make a scrambled egg or a fucking beef Wellington. And then at the end of it, it's going to say, order now. And then it's going to say, but wait, order within the next 15 minutes and you get 2 of them. See?
yeah.
This has so many ways that it could end.
Oh yeah,
Possibilities
there are many possibilities. There.
True to roof. Yeah.
But I when you sent me this trailer, I was just genuinely excited.
You had to wear 2 pairs of underwear tonight.
Yeah, I felt just as excited as I was for Llamageddon because it felt appropriately awful.
Llamageddon, fucking Tina didn't even eat any lasagna.
That's why she's so mad. She's going after people.
Yeah, she's fucking hungry. She just flew from space.
Yeah, in her cargo or her horse carrier with wings.
Yeah,
they look like those are the wings didn't even look like they were welded on. They looked like they were glued,
like fucking flex sealed on.
Yeah,
it looks like how they always say, like bumblebees. There's no way those things should be able to fly. Because the wing to body portion, whatever is so off. Mm-hmm. There's no way that horse trailer could have flown.
Oh no! Like that thing is structurally inadequate to fly through space. Like
no windows.
Like, well, that it would have to be a closed capsule to fly through space. I mean, I'm not an astrophysicist by any means. I'm not a scientist.
Not yet.
Like the fact that it's a horse carrier means it has those open windows.
Huh.
Like unless this is like some space specific animal, it would compact in space.
What if it just had crystal clear windows?
And we just didn't notice it? They're like super space age material.
Yeah.
You don't even know it's there.
Yeah, like birds crash into windows all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
They can.
Or like in The Core with what is it, Aaron Eckhart, which is one of the least scientifically accurate movies. When the Earth's core stops, apparently the first thing that happens is birds fly into windows.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that now.
When I saw that, I was like, "This is fucking stupid." Like, really? I don't believe that. Right. That's not the first thing that happens. If the Earth's core stops spinning, you'd see a bunch of smaller things before we get to...
It just goes... And the birds... Well, that's probably why. Because, if the Earth core stops spinning, then the electricity stops, and then you don't have any more batteries to charge the bird drones.
And that's
true. They just go crazy.
Then all the robotic birds just fly into your windows because they just can't control themselves anymore.
We need to get electricity, and they shoot through your window. Mm-hmm. See? Yeah, but
So, what are we drinking?
well, I went to the store and like the liquor aisle was closed. You know, I don't know why they closed it so damn early, but I didn't want to push the button and have some person walk over there, take their sweet ass time and do it. So,
Good point.
yeah, there was a shelf because what I really wanted, so I posted something and I was like, hey, you know, quick, I need some ideas of what to drink on tonight's episode, you know. And so we had a couple people reply to it, but I'm glad everybody said alcohol. Some people said like a lot of alcohol. My Aunt Andrea told me gin and tonics. Some people said dirty martinis. You know,
I think that's a little too classy for us,
Right.
dirty martinis.
so that's what I was like. You know what? I'm just gonna go and like I was thinking about grabbing like 7 and 7 or something. You know, but what do you call it? So I would just went and they had a shelf that had liquor on it, and it just said like Jack Daniels. I was like, dude, I haven't had Jack in a while. So just grabbed a bottle of Jack and some Diet Coke and smashed over here.
Which I got Jack and Dr. Pepper Zero. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit.
And that's what he was saying. It's so good.
Oh yeah, it fits perfectly together. It's wonderful. I like it.
We'll have to do a SoCo and Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really great idea.
Yeah. But let's see. Panman.
Yeah, you ready to take a break, come back and start this thing?
Yeah, about that 20%. Let's see if you can hear it. Got like 2 big old gulps left. And then we'll be back. And let's start Panman. Ooh. Seagal. I swear to God, that better be him. Seagal Ramsey.
I hope so. Boarding. Ready?
Yeah.
And we are back for the beginning of Panman.
Pan.
I almost forgot the name. I was like,
It's such an easy name.
what am I supposed to say?
Woman screaming. That's how it starts out. The story is entirely true. The names and place and details have not been changed. Oh, they have not been changed. They say, fuck the innocent. All right. I'm digging it already, man.
Yeah. I like how they try to go true story with a guy with a pan on his head.
Yep, well.
So, 2 hot, or supposedly hot chicks, college chicks, walking down a seedy alley.
One looks super DTF, and the other looks like that's really weird. She looks like she's the tutor.
She's the prude.
Well, it looks like she is a tutor, but for some reason that might have been the DTF girl's test that she pulled out of her purse, and it's an F.
We see the drug addict,
shady homeless dude.
shady homeless dude, and with the green beanie.
It's just, well, I don't know. He was smoking a J.
I think it's a cigarette, and he's trying to make it look sinister, but it's like,
He like somehow burned his hand.
dude, it's a cigarette.
Oh, he's so sneaky. He crept up right behind him.
But then he says, "What? Like, you're being creepy
Right?
in the middle of the night." Yeah.
And then he's just doing that like deep pneumonia cough on him.
So
And so now the DTF girl's like, "You're being a real creep, you know that?" Ooh, and he takes the purse.
he takes the purse and takes out the tiniest knife.
I'm pretty sure that was maybe even a tiny ice pick.
Was that a letter opener? Like, what are you doing with a letter opener?
Maybe he has mail he's got to open since he's homeless.
So he runs into a guy in a black cloak with a pan in his hand and a pan on his head.
Those are stainless steel pans.
They are.
Screw you, asshole.
It's the Rachel Ray collection.
I think I bought that same pan at Albertsons.
And he baseball
he does the
pitches
wind up a pitch.
and stabs him in the neck with the handle
I
of
wish
the pan.
I could have said as a home run. But, yeah, he baseball pitched it
Strike 3.
through a pan, handle first right into something's wrong with his medulla oblongata. Right into the back of
right to the head. He hands this lady her purse, and she's so happy. She's not freaked out at all.
And she just starts rubbing his head, the pan. Oh my God, she's gonna.
And there,
Jesus Christ,
she gets a fantasy that they're buying a house together and running down the beach.
And she was Frenching
his pan,
and then somebody spilt sugar on the counter, so he flipped her off, and she is now throwing his clothes out of the window.
And he breaks her neck with a pan.
So he
swung
it like he gave her a right hook, and then her neck broke out the front, or her spine broke out the front of her neck.
Like her voice box pops out.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird.
See? Moral of the story that he just had is, oh my God,
don't
we'll get
have
back to this
loving, sexy fantasies about a pan man.
No, don't spill sugar on the counter.
Don't, yeah.
Or you're going to get flipped off and then, smacked across the face.
And then he finds the other girl, and the graded paper falls to her with, looks like slightly thickened Kool-Aid blood on it.
That or some shitty ass ketchup.
Yeah. It says Panman.
As the name instead of her name.
Instead of her name.
And now we're rolling through credits
and
where
he murders her. Kato Kalin is in this movie. Kato Kalin, do you know who that is?
Not off the top of my head.
He's the roommate in the OJ house.
Oh, yeah.
Who was also on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, also a nerd. But
Nice
it's just running
nerd.
through their credits, and it's just a dishwasher full of pans and then knives, and then it was one frozen burrito inside the oven, and then for some reason there was a foot inside the microwave, and then the credits are done, and we are
one creepy thing,
right?
Like
okay, that looks like a nice clean house. Kind of weird that you're putting a frozen burrito in the oven, but.
Yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't want to put it in the microwave if there's a fucking foot in it.
So, I'm assuming the other two girls were Agnes and Francine because, they didn't give them names, but, there's two empty seats, and this professor is walking down the classroom.
Trying to hand them out their stuff.
And, yeah.
And there's this jackass jock who looks like fucking Mac from Always Sunny.
Playing paper football with no one.
He's just flicking them at people.
And he's got a shirt on that says, I put ketchup on everything.
And he's got the shittiest wig on.
Oh, yeah. It's shiny. It looks like it's not part of his head.
But then he has a backwards hat because he's cool.
So we're in custard class and theory and food theory.
The fuck?
Custard class. This is the custard professor who teaches you how to make custard.
I think that'd only be one day.
Yeah, this is a one day.
That'd be one lesson. But now he's all pissed off at Mac, and he's telling him to leave. And so Mac,
he's calling his
buckles
girlfriend.
both of his fucking straps for his backpack.
So because he's a fucking nerd.
Ooh, then that's how tough he is. He just threw that girl's paper on the ground.
I'm assuming that's his girlfriend because he told her to leave with him.
I think that he's trying to get at her. Because, I don't want to judge.
Then his friend who's supposed to be in solidarity with him says, I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Right. I'll be back. I got to learn how to fucking make custard.
For 8 weeks or 16 weeks.
I like how everybody's test is C pluses and Fs.
Because he's the difficult professor.
How hard is it to make custard? I've never made it, honestly. But I'd like to think that I wouldn't get a C.
He's going for the full old man professor because his glasses are all the way down.
Yeah, but then how the hell do you take a written test on making custard?
Yeah, what's the written test? So now, ketchup guy,
Mac,
and his girlfriend.
I'm not thinking it's his girlfriend.
Well, they're in a car together smoking a doob.
Yeah, but she was sitting in front of him with that other guy. I think that she's just using him for that sticky icky. And that dong. And now Panman's coming.
And Panman is coming
That's the
behind her.
shittiest joint I've ever seen rolled in my life, man.
Yeah.
So he just took a hit and blew it in her face, and he said, "Suck it."
And here comes Panman.
Do you like me?
Do you like me paper?
Do you like me? Pick one.
If a crazy guy with a giant jacket and a pan comes up.
You were right. Mac said, "That's my girl."
Yeah, that's his girl.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now Panman's getting crazy.
He's doing the wind up with his left arm and then hits him with his right arm.
Like,
who are you, Roy Jones?
okay, he swung harder that time.
And he didn't break. Yep,
Yeah.
And so now Mac comes. Oh.
So he beheads this guy with a slightly harder swing. So
Mac stands up,
Yeah, Ketchup Dude is dead.
All right, peace, Mac. Mac stands up and he's like, "That's all you got, bro?"
And so the Hope girl is running away and does the dumbest victim fall. Like she falls down and on her butt because she didn't want to fall on her face.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Panman's just a fucking pimp. He literally was getting up to fucking hit her across the face with that pan, but he pulls out his business card from his sleeve and it says, "Panman, call me." And he gave her her number. Gave her his number.
So he's trying to get that.
And now he just stole Mac's Celica, or not Celica, Eclipse.
Yeah, his Eclipse convertible.
The Eclipse Spider.
Got his hoopty.
And he turned up, it's a song called "Shake That Ass."
Shake that ass, motherfucker.
And he turned it up to level 17. Oh, and then he just threw out the joint. Dopes is for dopes or something. What's that fucking...
Oh, only dopes do dope.
Yeah. I remember I was at this party. This guy's like, "I've never done drugs." And everybody's like, you see, there's a difference between you being cool enough and being like, "Hey, you want to do some drugs?" You turn it down. But nobody even offered you to ever do drugs before.
Yeah, like like apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
Like you denied drugs that you were not offered.
Like those people that are like, "I was a virgin till I was 30. You're like, that wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do drugs. Yeah, nobody offered them to you because
That's
you
when
weren't
you need
cool.
that song by OK Go. You're a fucking nerd, and no one likes you.
Uh-oh. So now the girl ran into some guy with a trench coat, and he was saying something to her.
So now
So then they left, and now we went to some other girl's house, and
she's looking at a cooking video.
was she? I thought that was kind of weird.
So now we're back to Hope.
Oh, it's her.
Her Panman card. She's gonna call Panman.
Hey, I just saw you decapitate somebody last night. I was wondering if you want to
sexy.
come over and pound this ass.
So now we get another nerd
This is the dude from Hills Have Eyes.
who gets tripped by Panman as he's running with books.
I mean, the dude's been picked on his whole life.
He's doing so Panman's doing like a full RoboCop here.
But
Like, he
Panman
looks very
opens
robotic.
Up, oh, that booty call is calling him. And I like how he's answering the phone.
How do you number one, how do you answer a flip phone by pressing the front of it? Like,
And it's to his ear, which is on the outside of the pan.
and he's not talking.
And then look, this guy's still on the ground. Oh, he's grinding his foot. He's grinding his ankle with his foot. He's cracking bones. And now he's just dancing on him. And that girl just pretty much said, "Hey, when you're done pounding heads, come pound this ass." And so now he's going to let the nerd get up and walk away. And the nerd is giving him a hug and saying, "Thank you so much."
Thank you for only breaking my ankle.
Right, if he walks away, what, did Panman go in for a kiss? And now Panman's doing a super cool knock, and what the fuck?
Is
He's
he
throwing
like
these poses?
He's like rehearsing at her door.
He's dancing. All right, and so now the girl is now accepting Panman's flowers and giving him a hug. I hope Panman smashes that ass, dude.
This is the weirdest date.
So now they're on a date, and he's just miming stories about how he chopped people up and their head exploded.
Yeah.
And then they died, and she's just
Like
laughing.
they're at a beach date
She's having a good old time.
with this weird psychotic trench coat guy.
I like how she just took her shirt off. She's wearing a bikini.
And some guy walks by and
Bit his knuckle like, "Ooh, damn, girl.
like,
It's
damn.
thick. And so now Panman is scolding him, and the guy just did the air jerk off onto Panman.
And Hope says no.
And now Panman.
He's gonna please murder him.
Oh.
So there's a beached
Yep.
seal,
Panman takes him down.
and he's doing some ground and pound.
That is the shittiest ground and pound I've ever seen.
It's like a flail fight.
He's like slapping him with like limp wrist status.
Yeah.
And now the girl's saying, if you know, I don't even think they're speaking. They're all just like miming to each other.
And he's walking all robotic. Like, what the hell?
And she's like, when you're with me, and then she like did like the down low movement.
So
Good
he's now
Lord.
using his pan to pour dirt on her groin.
On her vagina region. Now she's pointing at him and pointing at her vagina.
So
That's not what I thought they were going to do.
She has buried him in the sand, so all you can see is the pans.
What a nice romantic day.
And now we're back at her house. And he
doesn't
just chucked.
talk.
He
No.
just fucking chucked the deuces.
No, she said, I had a really nice day, and he pointed at himself, and he said, me too. That's why he said.
Oh, I thought it was like
so
chucking
apparently
deuces.
Panman's mute.
Apparently.
Maybe that's why he's killing everybody.
Yeah. He just
And
can't
then-
express himself.
Not without violence.
He's
Pan
just like,
hitting.
you annoy me. I'm going to kill you.
And she says, I'm going to try to ignore my impulses of having sex with a fucking psychopath serial killer.
Who wears a pan on his head.
But you know what? I appreciate her. She doesn't know what that guy looks like. He just has a nice personality. And she goes in there and does that thing where she closes the door and like leans back on. Is like, I'm so in love. So I had such a great day today.
This is like a horror romantic comedy
I think it's
of
just
sorts.
what the fuck. So now we have that weird trench coat guy looking at Panman, and Panman. I don't think it'd be hard to like to capture Panman if you're a police officer, because
No, not really.
he's just walking around with a pan on his head and a pan in his hand.
Wait, he never changes. He's always Pan Man.
Yeah, it's not like he's, you know.
So now we're
Fucking
with
Crocodile Dundee.
like yeah, like
Who the fuck that guy is?
like some guy in like a beach shirt and Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee's the guy that was talking to her after she got out of the car the first time.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, and so then after Panman left that girl's apartment, Crocodile Dundee was stalking him, and now Crocodile Dundee had a sketch of Panman, and he went to the professor's house, and the professor's like, he's killing our students, we have to do something about this. But then the professor did that shitty look in his face like,
So now she was on the phone with Crocodile Dundee, and she asked, well, when you catch him, are you going to kill him, or is he going to be okay? Like, no, we're just going to like talk about how I don't like what you're doing.
so yeah, she's got the phone with that guy,
Yeah.
and then the big mouth bass on the wall.
So he's like tapping the big mouth bass.
Sing for me, damn it.
It's like, it doesn't work. Okay. So she's trying to say it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, maybe. And so now she's just so comfortable with the pan man.
And she just invites in this insane
in.
guy in a trench coat with a pan on his head.
But he does have a something wrapped in tinfoil. Ew. Big mouth Billy Bass.
And
Is
so-
that a real fish?
No, it's a big mouth Billy Bass. Like the thing you put on your wall.
What the fuck? And it's just wrapped in tinfoil?
Yeah.
So it's not even a... It's pre-used?
It's a pre-used,
Just wrapped in tinfoil.
wrapped in tinfoil big mouth Billy Bass.
And he's going to smash that ass. Bringing a
of-
gift like that.
A fucking weird ass gift like that.
But I also like that he lifted his hand up like he was going to stab her, and it scared her. And she's like, oh, No pan. How sweet. Because he's empty-handed.
Yeah.
He only has the pan on his head and that shitty-ass fucking big mouth Billy Bass. I have one of those, though. But it's in my office in the closet.
And so he has his special spices.
He's a magician.
Well, so quick question. Would you let somebody like randomly put spices into your cooking?
Did you see how much he put on that? Looked like it was salt.
It looked like a lot.
Ew, and that's the Voila pasta pack. I've had that. Like I said, it has. That's Voila for sure.
Big ass zucchini. Yeah.
It has a slice of zucchini, chicken, red bell peppers, penne pasta.
Oh, and so she says this is the best birthday gift I could have ever gotten. So how shitty.
Not being murdered?
Like, not being murdered and getting a big mouth Billy Bass. How shitty are your boyfriends?
She's probably easy to please. At the same time, you're still not worried about your previous boyfriend that literally got his head hit off by a pan 2 days ago?
She seems perfectly okay with it, which is weird. Like, maybe he wasn't, like, that, important to her.
Maybe she's really worried about the size of that table in that studio apartment.
It's like, how do I walk around this table and get to the rest of my apartment without having to walk out of the room and back into the room?
Look at this goth-ass bitch now. You see that bottle of wine that she has? It's just made out of, like, bones.
Are they just trying to pretend that there's more wine in there than not? Because they're, like dribbling the wine into the cup?
And, yeah, he's still a mute, so he's trying to mime it. And it looks like he did the sign for not my baby. Like, he's fucking Maury. Like, I think that's what he signed. And now she's just trying to be loving for him. Like, I fucking know sign language. You don't easily talk to fucking people like this without knowing goddamn sign language.
Okay, so she said the first normal thing that they just like said on this date, if we're gonna have a normal relationship, I need to see your face. You need to take that pot off your head.
Oh, really? Because when you go to the mall on the beach and fucking out to dinner, how does he fucking even eat?
Yeah, really.
Without manners, and he turns the fork upside down. He can't fucking eat soup.
He can like pour the soup back onto his hand.
Unless he eats it for the straw like a weirdo.
So
he
now
can't eat clam chowder.
He's like all clamming up, and he's gonna pull the pot off of his head.
Fuck no, he's not.
Oh,
he's
doing it. It looks like a normal face.
Slowly pulling it. Don't do it. Okay. We see his eyeballs. Jeremy.
So she knows him.
What the fuck? And now she's just I had no idea. Because I've only known you for 2 days.
And apparently I like to date fucking randos that wear pots on their head.
You know how pissed I'd be if I was Jeremy? I'd say, fuck you, bitch. You literally went out with a fucking serial killer, but you never gave me the time of day. Jeremy, he's the guy that she was sitting in front at her boyfriend was flicking the paper footballs at him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you know how pissed I'd be?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to holler at you and you fucking never give me the time of day, and then this serial killer comes up and murders your boyfriend, and you jump right into bed with him.
And you let your previous boyfriend be like a dickbag to your new boyfriend.
I like they're just having a montage now of them being on dates.
But he put the pan back on.
They're at a movie with the pan on his head. And
here comes Panman Hunter.
Crocodile Dundee. He took his hat off now, but now he has a beanie, and he's in the back of the movie theater looking at him. But at least
he like tries to blend. Like, he doesn't look like Father Guido Sarducci.
But then, did you see that? It had a door, and it had Do Not Disturb on the door. Meaning the Pan Man was putting in work on that ass.
He's getting it. Yeah.
And so now,
because at your own apartment, apparently you put up a Do Not Disturb when nobody else lives there. This is normal behavior.
Just in case somebody comes in.
Like, but then if somebody else came in, then like you would know they're not supposed to be there.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so now we're at somebody's.
It's the class. Look, that's the cooking class. All those kids and the instructor's right there. And now the instructor's trying to teach them how to fucking
do milk and cookies. But apparently his cookies are too big for the glass of milk.
Anthony, I'm sorry. If you ever fucking invite me to go to a class on how to dip chocolate chip cookies into a glass of milk, I'd like do that robot thing, which is like, new phone, who is this? Or like the AT&T subscriber you're trying to reach, you know?
Yeah. But it's like, it wouldn't be typed like that. I know you're typing that yourself.
No, I'm not. I mean, no, it's not.
I have a robot voice.
So now the girl's back at her apartment.
I was trying to do gay robot there, but like,
Where it's like, I have a robot. I like robot vaginas. Or I have a robot. Good boy. Grandma's boy.
Grandma's boy. the Nick Swartzen thing.
You just don't have robot ears. No, I just don't like techno. So now, now the girl was walking and she went to Big Mouth Billy Bass and was like, give me a kiss. And like it turned on and, you know, whatever. And so now Panman has now broken into her house.
And it's like stalking her.
And she's on the phone with somebody.
So he's like Joe, but with a pot on his head, basically.
So now he's going through her drawers looking for
Weapons?
things to kill her with. And he's
going to whisk her?
Well, he picked up, I think, a spatula. No, a mashed potato maker thing.
Yeah.
And he's like swinging it like he's like trying to chip in a putt. And he's like, this won't work. And then he grabbed a whisk. This won't work.
He grabs
now
a
he has
knife.
a knife and he's trying to shank everything. And so now she's like, hello, Panman. I was just on the phone with my brother. And so he opened up a shallow drawer.
Yeah. Really
a shallow drawer, like where your forks and spoons should be.
Like dug deep.
And then shoved his hand deep into there.
Yeah.
If she keeps her pans inside of that shallow drawer.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I guess it could be one of those like, you ever seen those ones where it's like a single egg size pan?
He's going to hit her with the tinfoil pack. Oh, the sharp part that barely cuts the tinfoil.
That could be a mild inconvenience, man.
He's going to like fuck with her neck. Oh,
he's sawing her. And look how slow and painful. Dude, that shit probably hurts. God so damn. Okay, look at her fucking throat. Holy shit. Geez.
Like, this is the first like semi-realistic kill in the entire movie, and it's
good. It's impressive.
It's hard to watch.
Right? Like, just put her out of her misery. He's still just sawing back and forth, back and forth. As much blood. Look at that tiny little cut across her throat.
Well, and the cut's not even like remotely even. It's like
it's nowhere near.
It looks like you're looking at like an EKG strip.
It's like beep 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 beep.
That's what it looks like.
But when he was cutting her, that shit looked like fucking like roast beef.
Oh yeah.
And now when it's cut, it looks like a tiny little scratch.
So okay, so what's the point? So Father Guido Sarducci is
AKA Dundee.
AKA Crocodile Dundee.
Look, do you see the cut isn't even on her neck anymore?
Oh yeah, it's not there anymore.
Look, it's not there. Wah, wah, wah. She's healed.
And it's a miracle.
She's still dead.
But she's still dead. So he has bailed. So Panman has bailed the apartment before Crocodile Dundee can.
Crocodile Gucci. Crocodile Gucci came into his.
I'm not being racist when I say Father Guido Sarducci. That is a Saturday Night Live character from the 70s.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
It's a deep cut.
I like there's also a guy on Instagram like him. He's like, I can't remember his name. He's like, this is such, and this is how to do shit with Guido Gooch or whatever. I can't remember his name, but he's a fucking hilarious ass. Like, I follow that dude. He makes some funny ass videos.
All right, so now we're out at the beach.
But
Panman.
I like how Crocodile Gucci went into the house and he had a 9 milli just packed in the front of his.
I know, like
like he's a cop now.
Okay, like everybody who tries to act hard and do that shit, it's stupid. It's like you're gonna shoot your damn dick off.
So now Panman is at the beach, and he pulled out a picture of him and the girl, and it said, "I love you." And so
in like balloon letters.
Yeah. So now he's taking a run
in his like his workout like long sleeve.
He's wearing the long sleeve and the leather gloves and the pan over his head. I like how he like wipes his arm across his forehead to wipe the sweat, but it's just the pan.
But it's the pan, yeah.
And now it cuts to the cuts to what the hell? The instructor.
Yeah.
And the instructor is pouring Jack Daniels into his coffee.
Yes.
And so now we're back to the Pan Man. Like, he said that he killed the girl, and he watched a video they made, and he's double fisting pans now.
So now we look at his house, and it looks like
a fucking homeless shanty.
It looks like a shanty, or like,
but it
like
has electricity.
Like the shack in the back of somebody's backyard. It looks like somebody's shed.
What the fuck is going on? So Captain Gucci is drawing pictures of Pan Man.
Yes,
and it just keeps showing new and new and new pictures of Pan Man.
And he's like fake shooting.
But then
the
all
picture.
Of a sudden, that's the fucking, what is that? The Roman Colosseum?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he drew a Roman Colosseum with Pan Man in front of it, and then he's taking his gun and pretending to shoot him.
Why? It's so
what
stupid.
The fuck? So now Pan Man it's still showing his montage of him working out with the body bag or the punching bag with the two pans.
And putting the pan back on in front of a fog machine.
But he's wearing a mask now. So he's wearing a mask now. He has a pan in his hand. And he knocked on Crocodile Gucci's door.
Yeah.
Crocodile Gucci's still rocking that Crocodile Dundee hat.
And he gets like one hit swing.
What a bitch. He opens the door and he sees Pan Man, and he's getting ready to hit him, and he's like, wait a second, I gotta do that. Why don't you just close the door?
Well, and that blood looks like chunky marinara.
Yeah, that shit did look fucking like some hearty marinara shit.
It did.
He hit him, and then it just squirts all over it.
And it's got like weird chunks in it. Like, so now it's... So there's nothing like getting a cake with the deceased person's face on it that you have to cut into.
And they cut into the neck of her. And he's like, oh, now this guy...
Like a weird
it's the
sideways...
same people from the fucking class.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you want some cake? They're like, no, we don't want any cake. Why the fuck would I eat this person's face?
Yeah.
And then the instructor...
So aggressively puts the fork.
Right, the instructor's like, I'll take a piece. Then the guy takes it and like stabs it.
Like stabs the cake with the fork.
Perpendicular to the fuck thing. Oh. Uh-oh. I saw Pan Man's shoes.
Okay, I'm gonna call it out. This guy, the culinary instructor is probably a local theater actor because he's fucking overacting this.
Oh,
got
my
the pimps.
God. All of a sudden, these three pimps come walking in.
We got this
dude's wearing a purple shirt, bright ass orange jacket, yellow tie. The guy behind him is wearing a fucking dynamite hat.
Looks like Pharrell.
What the fuck? And then the last guy was just this big, huge, buff, shirtless black guy wearing just a leather vest, and he's got some fucking street hooker looking chick on his arm.
He's got like, so we got like Terry Crews.
Hell
Pharrell,
yeah.
And
I don't know who that random white guy was.
Like old pimp.
What the fuck? This just got real, man.
And now the culinary instructor can also not
I don't think
sing.
That's the culinary instructor. I think the pimp in the orange is the culinary instructor. And the big buff black guy is just doing that, like the double fisting the
hand curls.
The hand things.
My dad had those.
I think everybody's dad had those.
That was like
I think that's the culinary instructor with the purple shirt and the orange jacket and the yellow tie and the pimp hat. Why would you go out in public looking like that?
Well, the guy who's doing Amazing Grace in his 1970s prom shirt was the guy that made the cake.
It's too fucking frilly.
Because apparently he understands how to make cakes in bad taste.
Dude. What the hell kind of goddamn ceremony do we got going on here?
this is like the weirdest, saddest, like memorial ceremony.
See, and so that I think that's the not him.
Oh no, he says he put
1970s prom.
Hope's ashes
Fuck off.
in the cake. This is some like fucking like who's eating Gilbert grape shit.
And then he says, "I thought you all knew that." And now everybody montage of fucking projectile vomiting, and then she got all over the camera.
When did we get to the challenge final? Jesus.
When did we get to fucking The Exorcist? And now puking, and then this guy pukes on him, and now Sarah Michelle Gellar, right? Was that the goth chick?
I don't know if
Maybe
she
it
would
was
be
Rachel
in this.
Gellar.
Or the goth chick.
Some old.
Yeah.
Probably joke's over. But now the 5 pimps and hoes are getting ready to leave.
We have like the girl with the glasses who looks like a secretary.
And I just like how the big buff black guy is still just doing his forearm blast.
Yeah, like he's doing that thing that like was it Sean's brother from Boy Meets World would do, where like he just like puts his arms next to his body because it like puffs out your
His
biceps.
triceps and biceps.
Yeah, because apparently that was like a sitcom move.
Dude,
Was to put your arms next to your body because it puffs him out.
I still just don't understand why that guy's dressed in such bright clothing. And now, whatever she said, the culinary teacher didn't like it. And the big bluff Terry Crews looking dude, he's like, go get him.
I actually, now looking at him, I feel like he's closer to Bobby Lashley than he is to like...
I mean, he looks like a fucking roided out Neo.
Yeah.
Was Panman at the funeral except not wearing his pan?
I didn't see him there.
I saw his shoes.
Okay.
Because those were Mark Echo shoes. And now here's Pharrell and the other girl, and then there's the emo chick, and there's fucking buffed out Neo, a nerdy white guy, and then the fucking professor. What the hell are they talking about?
So now the professor's getting mad at...
I guess he brought him to an after party,
Yeah.
but they only brought one person to the after party.
So apparently because she's not a culinary student, she should not be there.
Oh, they have their own secret society?
Apparently because apparently they have he's the custard teacher.
Nobody can know my family's custard fucking recipe.
She's going to taste it and she's going to know it. And then it's over.
Oh, the emo chick is Hope's sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, and then big buff guy is jumping rope because he can't go, 10 minutes without some kind of exercise.
Well, we have to keep being reminded that he's athletic.
That he's buff and he will break you.
Because apparently that's very important that it's kind of like when we watch Zombies, like you have to be reminded that she's a scientist because she has a microscope.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
She had the white jacket.
And apparently I've just mentioned something we did not
Oh, no.
watch.
Everybody fucking will know about it sometime.
Well, they will at some point. Yeah, it's okay.
That's all that matters. So now the professor's now preaching. And what the hell? She deserves a chance. What, is she going to have to fucking get initiated into the fucking custard group?
Apparently, like, this is a... Oh, so apparently everybody knew about Jeremy.
Yeah, because she's not going to say, yeah, I'm dating a fucking pan man.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Like, if I was like, hey, I'm dating fucking,
This guy in a trench coat. He has a pan on his head.
Well, like, what? If you're, I'm dating the Unabomber. What? Would
Yeah.
you call him by, like, his real name? See? And now they're having a flashback. And now the sister having the flashback of Jeremy was at the funeral.
So, okay, so she asked the question. So did Jeremy kill my sister? And he says it's a bit more complicated than that. No, it's not. Like, he fucking did
Right?
it.
It's a yes or no question.
Like, it's a yes or no question. But then he says she was killed by a demon.
30 years ago. And then it just comes and this guy's chopping a thin-ass piece of steak with a crazy-ass look in his eye.
It looks like liver from the way it's like dark.
But it was way too thick and big for a liver.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like, I would say it almost looked like skirt steak, but it doesn't have the
thickness.
The grain.
Yeah.
And so now there's this crazy-ass guy with a mustache yelling at people, come here. Now he's just choking this guy. What the fuck in the kitchen?
He's doing
that might be Ramsey.
Like the stage choke because he's like violently like
shaking him. Uh-oh.
And he's
what the fuck?
Apparently everybody is grabbing
just pans and whooping this dude's ass.
Yeah.
Pans and whisks and fucking rolling pins. And they're just mercilessly beating this dude a fucking meat what the fuck is it? You know, you hit it a meat pounder?
Yeah. Like a meat I know what you're talking about.
The meat mallet? What the fuck? After they whoop his ass, they're grinding freshly ground pepper onto him?
Yeah. Well, you gotta taste good when you're dead. Then he gets stabbed gets
decapitated with the pizza spatula thing.
Pizza spatula.
That'd be fucked up.
That'd be really
Get your ass whooped with random fucking kitchen appliances.
So the demon Dolodroff integrates with a human host and becomes Panman. So I
like how that professor walks around with a whiteboard on him. Then hurry and cut to big buff black guy fucking lifting weights, doing curls now.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care about your fucking Panman. Fuck.
And then this is also Panman. In somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
He's like, thank God you have these free weights right here. But anyways, back to the professor, just walking around with a fucking whiteboard, and it said Dolodroff plus
human host equals
Panman.
It's a very simple equation.
Wait. Run it by me one more time.
I'm very confused.
Plus, was there a car? Where'd the pan come from?
Was there any multiplication involved in this? Any division?
Right? Is it the power of 2? Like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, okay, I'm going to write this slow for you.
Like, you don't need to write that on a whiteboard. You could say that.
God damn it. And then fucking big buff Terry Crews is still just working out, and then he gets in somebody's face like, you understand that?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
God damn it.
And chill out, man.
And now he's been killing people since they were eating macaroni and cheese.
He also runs a website called whoispanman.com.
And of course he has cats.
Oh, this is that video
Jesus,
I showed you from YouTube with Panman jauntily walking
as Slender Man.
In and out of the woods. I thought that was like somebody making a joke. Apparently that's actually like promotional for the movie.
Damn it. Uh-oh. So now
the fuck? The professor is hunting. Okay, so the professor was working with Crocodile Dundee to hunt down Dolodroff.
And so now this green gas just came out of this dude's face, and now the professor is trying to stab gas with a knife. I don't think he knows how to cook. Like, you can't stab steam. Like, you can't stab a gas. It has to be solid. Like,
yeah,
what the
exactly.
Fuck?
Now he's one swift stab.
So now the professor's pissed. I don't even know who that is. That's not Jeremy, is it?
No, I think this is the guy previous to Jeremy.
So this dude was sitting on the ground, and the professor took a couple steps back, charged him, and then stabbed him right in the chest with a fucking tiny-ass knife.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it goes into
and then
Jeremy's
there
body.
It is, because he has those Mark Echo shoes.
Want to take a break here?
Yeah, I need to get a refill.
All right. We'll be back with more Panman.
God damn it.
And we're back with more Panman. So everything he just went through, like the demon stuff, like that was a year ago. So he's been holding on to this whole thing for a year.
Like, give it up, Professor. Like, you teach people how to make custards. And then this guy, who the fuck is that guy?
So he named his restaurant, the Panman named his restaurant the Antipesto.
Isn't antipasta? Isn't that a salad?
So no, that's
He literally just pulled out a vial
of pesto.
Of pesto.
So pesto, he's talking about pesto, yeah, like antipesto. I think they're doing like a play on words, like antipesto, antipasto.
And then Big Buff Neo is doing crunches now. And then he just said that he went and popped a bitch's head off. And he punted, the fuck are those balls?
Oh, the like
yoga
ball?
balls?
Yeah, it's a yoga ball.
Punted a yoga ball like a bitch, and it barely went over to the fucking other side of the yard.
Look how tough I am.
Yeah, he for sure skips leg day with that bitch ass kick like that. I could Indian leg wrestle that dude. And now it's going into a montage of clouds gathering, and the night's getting darker. And
We're
now
back
the
to
emo sister is going into
her sister's apartment, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing it's her sister's apartment because it just looks like that.
Yeah, this is sister's apartment. They got the caution tape.
She goes right to the kitchen.
That's not police tape. That's the tape that you use on the side of the road.
It just says caution tape. And I like how it showed a flashback of the pictures and the sister had a smile on her face.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this as a headshot. She goes to the sister's room and like, oh, okay. I was like, if somebody's been sleeping in there because the blanket's pulled off to the side, but then she just sighed like, yep, that's where she laid. And got laid.
Got the full pasta. The whole big ziti.
Mr. Panman. What the fuck? And now she's just swinging around some random ass. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, we're in a different room.
We're in a different area. Now there's just some swinging light bulb.
Like a swinging light bulb and a couple.
That are saran wrapped to a chair.
And here comes a guy with a briefcase and a
grilling utensil set.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And a martini? Ew, it's the professor.
The professor with his meat mallet. That's what it's called.
Meat mallet. And then there's a picture of him and fucking whoever that bitch was from Titanic that didn't let Jack on the door.
It was a big door.
Selfish ass.
There's lots of room.
There's more than enough room for two people to fit on that door. And so now he has his meat injector.
No, that is a potato peeler.
Is it?
That's a potato peeler.
That's an old ass potato peeler.
I remember that one from the kitchen in our old house in the 80s.
Oh, we still have those potato peelers, except it has a nice rubber handle.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it has those shitty ass, like that thin metal outlining looking thing. Yeah. So are the people that are tied up like the caterers to the funeral?
He's trying to figure out where Panman is, but they know where he lives.
How do they know where he lives?
Apparently they know Jeremy.
Everybody knows Jeremy.
Apparently, because like all those people sitting at the table had something to contribute.
Ew, and the professor
is peeling their
fucking
skin.
Peeling his cheek with the potato peeler. All right, and then he's like, okay, put this back in your mouth.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, wow.
That probably hurt. That's what she yelled.
That hurt.
Probably hurt.
Unless you just like can't feel pain.
You literally are 6 inches away from him. You see the blood and you hear him screaming.
Yeah.
That probably hurt. No, bitch, it fucking 100%
that
hurt.
So now she's in the kitchen, she's making pasta, and here comes Panman.
That's what I do at fucking 1:16 in the morning.
He looks
like spaghetti.
He looks like a shitty version of the Grand Inquisitor from what is it, from the Venture Brothers? The guy that always yells, "Ignore me."
He looks like fucking somebody should be in the movie Ratatouille.
Yeah.
He's going for the meat tenderizer. That's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Why is she narrating all this shit? Oh my God. He just came out of the kitchen and smashed his big toe with the meat tenderizer.
Apparently,
tenderizer?
He's just gonna tenderizer, yeah.
Fucking alcohol, man.
Like he's just gonna torture this one guy, but not her.
He's gonna torture the girl or the boy and let the girl narrate it all.
So she's gonna feel his pain.
He can see right there in the kitchen what he's grabbing.
No, he put it down. Like she's like, if I was him, I'd be like, or if I was like the professor, I'd be like, okay, shut up.
He's grabbing the pizza slicer. He could cut you right open with that. You know what I think? I think that the girl and him are
in on it,
in cahoots.
Like she's trying to hype it up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like he finally tells her to shut up.
He said, "Shut the fuck up," because, you know.
Like we all see the weapons he's about to use.
And that's what he said. I see the shit he's grabbing. And so now she's appalled.
She's offended that she's...
Oh, and so apparently when you tell a woman to shut the fuck up, that offends them too much. And she's like, kill the son of a bitch. You know what? Every girl in this movie that has had a boyfriend doesn't give a fuck about him.
No, they don't. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, all right. Ew, and now the goth chick is smelling the milk.
Because that's what I do.
Nothing worse. Just look at the goddamn expiration date first.
Really?
Like it's like the expiration date is like fucking September 3rd, and it's like September 1st.
Like a quick little taste.
A little sip.
Do like the...
You know what's funny is when my son was really young and he didn't know a lot of words, we accidentally gave him like expired milk. And he took a sip. He's like, I don't like this. We're like, why? He's like, because it's scribbly. And we're like, the milk is scribbly.
The milk is scribbly.
Yeah.
But so Panman sees the sister, has a flashback to...
Well, he was going to kill the sister.
To kill the sister, but has a flashback to his girlfriend.
Saying, I love you, Panman.
And then he drops her and walks away.
But he's hella buff because he lifted her up with one hand.
Yeah.
And now the professor's wearing his 1964 golf tournament jacket.
So apparently Dolodrov has a restaurant. A demon owns a restaurant. Apparently a demon is like, you know, the way you get in to business
is to kill somebody.
Is to kill somebody and take the restaurant.
That's like a new way to get into the Illuminati. Instead of you killing somebody, is you have to be brutally murdered by random ass objects in a kitchen.
Yeah.
There's like, could you imagine? There's like, sorry, Anthony, the only thing we have stocked up in here is whisks. You know how long it would take for you to die being fucking whisked? You know?
You're like, can we speed this up? Can you get a better weapon, please?
Yeah, that's why I only keep axes in my kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like, Brian, how are we going to cook pancakes? You turn the axe on its side and then you fry it up.
Like an Italian restaurant, Buon Gusto.
For sure, this has to be Dolodrov's because look, there's buff ass Neo. There's that nerd ass white guy. I don't even know who the fuck he looks like. And then there's the girl that was on Buff Neo's arm.
Yeah.
Oh, and then all of a sudden, fucking Panman goes walking into the restaurant. And what a fucking coincidence!
And the ex-girlfriend's sister is like hiding in the car and like trying to be sneaky, but she's like moving too much. And
I like how they're the only people.
But, okay, this is not a setup, but they have a sign out that says, Panman, your table for one is ready.
What if he was just fucking walking to go get Mickey D's?
I know. So he sits down at the restaurant with his pan.
Where's the police or the SWAT team or anything? Because it's normal for a guy with a pan on his head to walk into my establishment.
Apparently.
And here comes this fucking nerd. Oh, it's my time to shine? And he has that stupid-ass cloth over his arm, and he's holding it at a 90-degree angle.
So he calls him Mr. Dolodrov.
And then he, again, doesn't talk still. Does this dude have a fucking... I don't like that guy, man.
You don't like Panman?
No, the fucking waiter.
Oh, yeah.
And then fucking buff-ass Neo opens up a bottle of wine, completely fucking sterile, by opening it with his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he opens it with his mouth, and then they give him, like, little plate of pesto.
And then there's a big green sign and arrow that said, pesto, pesto, pesto. So that's the anti-pesto that they're going to try to drug him with.
Oh, okay.
Also known as a Rohypnol or roofie.
So apparently for this demon, Rohypnol is the anti-pesto.
Yes. And he doesn't like...
So apparently they don't know what a cab is, or Cabernet Sauvignon is.
But I like that buff Neo's just sitting back there drinking fucking on a nice cognac.
Yeah.
And so now Panman has his dumbass waiter...
And he's got him at pan point.
At pan point. And then, ooh, the fucking
he's whomping him
professor
in the face.
tried to throw a knife at him. He blocked it. And now Panman is, god damn it,
knocking his chiclets out.
Banging this dude's face so many times, and he spits out big-ass Tic Tacs.
It look like chiclet teeth.
Some cheek lace.
So the sister walks in, and he sees his girlfriend again.
And he's getting wobbly knees. He starts pointing at people.
And then walks away.
You, and you. And then he points at the ground. This guy's having a seizure because all of his teeth fell out. Because I think that's what you do.
Apparently fucking everybody else survives, but it's really shitty for this guy because, like...
And look, he's having like... is it a stroke? How the fuck did Buff Neo get back in the restaurant?
Yeah, really.
And now the pimp lady is doing the fucking cross where it's spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch with the knife in her hand.
Yeah.
And then Panman just nonchalantly walks out of the restaurant. All right, well...
They just let him leave.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we'll get you next time, I guess.
It's like there are like 6 of us and 1 of you.
God damn it. They're like, why the fuck didn't this episode of Tom and Jerry work? We rehearsed it.
It wasn't a very well thought out plan. So, let me get my Malibu.
Ew, now look, fucking Pharrell has a fucked up rash. Like, it's too hot outside for him or something. Look at his neck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's part of the movie. And then buff-ass Neo wearing that bullshit-ass hat. Man, I need this hat to look buff, motherfucker.
Okay, so apparently the guy that lost all his teeth is dead.
Yeah, man, losing your teeth?
That's a death sentence, apparently.
I think that's how they kill people in Alabama. They just get a pliers and pull your teeth out slowly, and then you fucking just bleed out.
Yeah.
But it really tricks them when they only have one tooth. That one tooth is like it's fucking like a pick line.
Yeah. Just this gusher comes out, that one tooth.
So now all the fucking students and the professor are sitting around drinking fucking Mai Tais.
Yeah, he's drinking a Mai Tai.
Getting angry, or electric lemonades that might be.
That's a weird drink to have in front of you if you're going to get mad.
Right? You're getting angry and you're just like, God damn it. Then you pull out the stupid fucking umbrella and the cherry and you're just like, oh, okay, now get rid of this drink.
Respect my sea breeze.
Get me something manly or something. Okay, so now the professor's telling everybody to fucking kick rocks and that he doesn't need any of them. So now Pharrell comes back and he's like, "Oh, good, okay, I don't like your custard class."
Yeah.
And then he fucking runs off like a fucking nerd.
I feel
he
like
runs off like Joe Dirt.
Yeah. So there's like 2 people left to go after Panman, the sister and the professor.
But I really like that he's like, "I don't need your custard class." You don't, actually.
Yeah, you really
how
don't.
How much fucking money did you pay for this class?
That you're spending multiple days to learn how to make custard.
It really pisses me off. And now we're in Panman's shed and he's grinding down a handle. Oh my God.
Is that a Mitsubishi Spider?
That's still fucking whatever from the first kill of the movie. Panman Oh, there he is.
So-
Panman still has the dude's Mitsubishi Spider and it's just parked in front of his house. And apparently, oh, this is where Pharrell lives now. And Panman is in his...
He's at Pharrell's house, but apparently Pharrell is just so oblivious that he walks by a guy spread completely
eagle
across the hallway.
See, and there's those non-slip grip Mark Echo shoes. And Pharrell is in his kitchen with a loaf of bread. How did that happen?
How is your waffle iron still on when you left the house?
That's a George Foreman grill.
You're George Foreman, yeah.
Yeah, he just got home and his George Foreman grill's all hot and piping ready.
Maybe he's like Michael Scott, like he likes to have the George Foreman
but
on.
You still have to fucking turn it on. And so now the Pharrell guy is like, oh, I'm going to get you. And he sprays mustard onto the Pan Man's head. But didn't get him. And so he pimp slapped him with a pan. Uh-oh. And Pharrell's standing up. Doesn't even have blood on his nose. Oh.
Apparently there's a knife at the end of the pan.
Knife pan. And he stabbed him right in his belly.
And now he's collecting the blood in the pan.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. Like the pan was hollow. It's just a big needle.
It's multi-use.
And now what's he going to do with this blood? What's he going to do with all that blood? All that blood inside that pan?
Dump it on your head.
Make it work, make it burr. And now it's just fucking molasses coming out of it.
Yeah, that looks like...
Look at how much blood he's pouring on him versus how much he collected from him.
I know. Like, it looks like cherry, like cherry goop.
Yeah, and now the guy dying, he's like, that was rude. Nobody pours my own blood on me.
On my hat.
This is a $19.99 hat. And then he dies.
I got this at the Ross Dress for Less. So now we're back with...
Who is that? Is that the sister?
That's not the sister. That's the other girl that was on the arm of...
She's wearing her jogging outfit.
Of Terry Crews.
God damn, look how hot that water is.
Yeah.
She literally goes into her house. Her hot water is on, and it looks like it's just fucking dry ice coming from...
It's like...
No, look at the sink. It literally has boiling water. The water is boiling inside of the sink coming out of the faucet.
Yeah, so she picks up the knife, and here comes Pan Man from behind her.
That's a big-ass Rambo fucking knife. Look at that thing. Just sitting on her fucking counter, a Rambo knife.
She takes down Pan Man and starts punching his pan in the face. Why wouldn't you just take the pan off of his face and start punching his actual face?
Punching his fucking... God damn it, Anthony.
So she sprays...
She gets ready to fucking scream at him. And he sprays...
soap in her mouth.
God damn it. A ton of soap. And like makes her choke.
And like dumps her head under the hot water.
Boiling hot water in her sink. And so now... She's...
dead.
I have the same chopping board.
She's got like a red... She's got the red face. Okay.
God, her fucking face is boiled.
It's like a deep red murder.
I mean, I thought she was going to drown with all that soap that he's blasting in her mouth. Oh, and then we're back at Buff-Ass Neo, and now he has a Superman tattoo on his bicep, and he's doing bicep curls.
In his apartment.
Right. And you look at that picture. It's a picture of him wearing a red leather vest to the left.
Yeah.
And a picture of a leopard with it in a tree.
It's like a drawing of him.
And now his doorbell rang, and so he's getting up with the weight in his hand still.
And still doing reps.
Doing curls.
Like, yeah.
Damn kids ringing my doorbell at night when I'm trying to get my pump on. Oh, and there's a picture. Nah, man.
A picture of him at what looks like Gold's Gym.
Oh, he switched hands.
I haven't seen those weights in forever. They were like the weird like
octagon shaped weights.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, come on, baby.
Who are these motherfuckers ringing my doorbell? Here comes Pan Man.
And now he says he has a reservation for her ass whooping.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Hey, you got any 12 o'clocks open?
I would like to get my ass whooped at 1:30.
I'd like to come by and get my fucking ass whooped. See, and look, like, take the fucking pan off his head. So now it's like a Buff Neo is his older brother, and he was like having a headlock, or he was going to give him a noogie.
Just like slams him through the prop furniture, through his prop coffee table, because that thing folded like a Lego tower.
But then, did you hear what he said? He says, "Table for one."
Yeah.
Damn it!
Like tosses him over the edge,
and
now
then
he's back in.
He knocks on the door again.
Yeah.
And then Buff Neo opens the door like, "Hey, I wonder who this is." And Panman has his wine opener corkscrew and punches it to his eye.
And now he pulled it out, pulled his own eye out.
Ooh, that's a good
one.
That was a good fucking
Oh, he's going to reach for his eye. I get the instinct, but you can't save your eye.
You can't?
No.
And so then Panman headbutted him in the back of his head.
No, once it's out of your body, like...
You can't fucking have, like, ocular surgery or something?
Well, yeah, but not if they ripped it out by the stem like that.
All right, so now he headbutted him, and now he's down, and then Panman takes the microwave and bashes.
It's supposed to be a loud bang, but it looks like he softly puts it on top.
It just went...
Like...
Yeah,
like taps him with the microwave.
Like, this is the only camera we fucking have. Don't drop that.
Do not
microphone.
break this camera. This
Don't
is not
drop that. Dun dun dun.
This is not Crank 2. We don't have 33 high definition cameras.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, so Buff Neo's gone.
Yeah,
that sucks, man. I was gonna see how many more leather vests he had.
I know.
So now
maybe he's got like a green one to go with the red. Like
Christmas.
We're gonna Christmas it up.
Everything. He has one for every season.
Yeah.
Easter, he has a pastel yellow one.
There's an orange one.
Hell yeah. And that what
for Halloween.
Fuck?
So
now the professor is talking to the sister, and I don't know what they're talking about, but he just did where your left hand is the shape of a circle and your right hand is your index finger, and you start poking the circle.
Yeah.
I don't think that has anything to do with the fucking ghost that's murdering people.
No, it does not. But he says the human controls the demon as much as the demon controls the human. Like, they share the space. I guess that's supposed to be the point of his, like, sex image.
I would hope that, like, if I ever was possessed, that it would, like, come in through, like, my chest instead of, like, I'm coming in anally.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking get penetrated through my butt. And then fucking possessed.
Okay, so now is the sister's going to call Panman.
Oh, and look how tough Panman is.
He can touch flames with his black gloves on.
Ooh. So sexy.
He's such a badass.
That's a tight-ass phone.
That is a thick phone.
What the fuck is that phone, man? It looks like a Nokia 3300, but like it's just a square instead of that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very compact.
Like, what the hell? And so, dude, I think Panman's just a jackass, a fucking idiot. Because now the sister's calling like, hey, I was just seeing if you'd like to meet up. And so he's like, yeah, okay. I fucking believe you. You didn't just try to murder me last night, and I didn't murder your sister 3 nights ago.
He didn't say anything, but he presses a button, and that's supposed to be yes. Like,
yeah, because he's mute.
Because he's mute. But is she like a 1-900 number?
She's like, press a button for yes. Press 2.
Press
buttons.
1 for sexy sex.
So now, fucking stupid. Now the professor is literally doing the mwahaha, mwahaha.
Yeah, like he's like an evil genius.
Fucking dipshit. Go back to making custard.
Seriously.
You fucking idiot.
I mean, for as much money as he makes off of literally just teaching people how to make custard for an entire semester.
Dude, if you got $100 for every person that you taught how to make custard, and each class was literally 15 minutes long, you would be a fucking millionaire in one semester.
Yeah, really.
Like, hey, you want to be custard? Oh, you can't pay $100? Give me 50. And then they're just like, guess what? You just fucking put milk into a fucking bowl and you whip it until it's thick. All right, thanks. Give me a fucking $100. I don't know if that's how you make custard. You know, put some sugar or some bullshit in there.
And so they bring the ex-girlfriend's body back in the room that has the cut on the neck back.
No, I think that's the...
Oh, is that the sister dressed as?
Either that or he's having flashbacks.
Oh yeah, he's having a flashback. Okay.
Or it could be the sister.
No, he's having a flashback.
Nah, I think that's the sister.
Think so?
Yeah, because look, she's getting up. Yeah, that's the sister. And then there's this creepy guy looking under the stairs up her skirt while she's walking. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna have dinner. The dead ex-girlfriend and Panman.
I think that's the sister.
No, it's the sister.
It's the sister dressed up as the fucking dead sister, which isn't weird at all. And this creepy fucking...
But he keeps seeing her face.
Yeah. And then they're drinking...
Let me drink under my pan.
Shitty wine.
Like, how is he gonna drink that? Is he gonna like?
He's like, "Do you have a straw, baby?"
Like, crane his neck and dump it onto his face.
God, that is I mean,
these tiny chicken breasts and this. Oh, the antipesto's in there.
So he has tiny chicken breast, probably 6 servings of carrots and 3 servings of broccoli.
Is this what you're feeding your 10-year-old?
Yeah, he's on a keto diet.
Apparently, he's got to stay lean if he's going to keep murdering people.
I mean, I'm all for fucking cooked carrots and broccoli.
Ew! Did you see like the professor at the bottom licking his lips?
He's like lifting his eyebrows up, like, "Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it." And licking his lips, like. I think the professor's just into fucking necrophilia, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and he's waiting for Panman to die.
So Panman's not feeling good. Panman passes out, and here comes the sister
with a butter knife.
And she's gonna and so the
he's
professor
mine.
Pushes her away.
My dad has finally come, you demonic prick. I'm pretty sure that the
sinisterly laughs. So he's been chasing him for 30 years. But the flashback to the story that he told was a year ago.
Nah, I'm guessing that that guy was the guy who got his ass whooped by everybody. And I think that the professor is going to try to butt fuck Panman.
You think so?
And then overtake his body.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're going to see. I think that...
Oh, so the demon passes into the professor now.
And now the professor is having a manly standoff with the big-ass cleaver. And he's like, "No, don't chop my face. I'm going to chop your face, fucking Dumbledore," or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh, yeah. So now the demon passes out of him because it's stabbed. Did he stab himself?
I think he just fell on it.
Did he fall on it?
Fell sideways.
So the demon passes back into the other guy. This is very confusing.
Passed through his butt. I think that the butt has a big play in this movie.
I'm not saying that like demons have to have rules, but there needs to be some amount of rules for the interactions to make sense.
I like how the professor grabbed the girl and threw the girl at him, at the Panman.
Oh yeah.
And then the girl is the one that elbowed him into the stomach.
Oh, Panman seduced his wife and ruined his marriage.
And now the ghost is now in the woman's body. And she's like, "Hello," boom, right to the smacker.
Clocked him.
And now the demon is out of her body.
And back into
Panman. That's a good strategic moves, though.
I get it. It's just very confusing. So now Panman's all stumbly. Flips him off.
Chalks up the double birds. And then leaves the house. I'm pretty sure Panman is fucking Shorzy from goddamn Letterkenny. Chalking up deuces and then takes off running. So this bitter old man's just pissed because he couldn't keep his wife happy.
He's getting all aggressive with the sister.
"Shut your pie hole." And he smacks her. Like, what the fuck did she do?
"Come with me or I'll eat your brains for breakfast."
All right, well.
That's what I like to say to people when I'm getting them to do the thing I need them to do, is just throw out weird, psychotic threats.
Like that thing on Billy Madison, like, "I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast."
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
"You eat pieces of shit? What's the basis?" It's another
Some Kanye. Some Yeezy.
Silly girl, justice. Oh, so now he's saying that.
Now he's calling her stupid.
And so she's like, guess what? I heard Dumbledore slept with your wife. Yes, repeatedly.
Boned down on my wife.
Repeatedly.
Wow. Like, why would you want to announce that?
Yes, multiple times. Hundreds, if not thousands. My wife fucked this dude.
They wasn't sleeping. Yeah.
So he's just going after because this dude just went to Pound Town on his wife.
Yeah. So he's killing these people because they're bad chefs.
So is he killing his students?
It's Dolodrop's wish that they learn his poached salmon recipe, which is his masterpiece.
All this for some salmon. And so he's doing this for justice of what he stole from him. And so he's really just looking for those 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah.
And he's been willing to sacrifice all these people.
They need to just murder Colonel Sanders then.
Some shit.
Seriously. This is a really long explanation in the car. With a really convoluted flashback.
Damn, a Toyota Corolla?
We get our super long, like, flash into the morning.
No, I think that was the normal speed.
Was that?
It was really
It felt like normal speed, and that's the problem. Like, I get it.
Where did he fucking drive her to?
I don't, like, somewhere on, like, the Cahuenga Pass or something.
I'd be like, hey, I got work tomorrow morning, man. And so now he's taking her. Oh, Panman is waiting by the fucking edge of the ocean. He's going to look and be like, this is where I fucked your wife millions of times. Can you feel it, dick, yet? What?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it, dickhead? This is the end.
All right. So now Panman
is like flipping his pan.
And he has some bitch-ass knife. And so now,
has he not learned his lesson with knives? Just get a gun.
I'm pretty sure that Panman's going to fuck both you guys up.
Yeah.
And so now the
You're not going to get
like,
close enough.
I'm not going to hurt you. My sister loved you very much. She was a good person. She didn't mean to hurt you. Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash, not Balderdash.
Whatever the fuck.
He calls him a dingleberry.
He also said Boulder Dash.
Yeah.
So I like that old man. So now the woman is trying to reconcile their relationship. She's like, obviously you guys must have been friends because you banged his wife hundreds of times. And
so apparently all you have to do is take the pot off your head and
force him out.
And stop and tell him to leave you alone.
See, kids? If you're listening to this podcast, one, you shouldn't be because you're a kid. And two, don't put a pot on your head.
Yeah, and walk around and murder people.
Well, I think it's the pot that is making people murder. And so now, the professor threw the knife, like ninja status, threw the knife.
But is that weird camera throw?
At the woman, and Pot Man stepped in front. Oh.
Now he's putting the pot back on.
He put the pot back on his head.
And he's got the pesto. But Panman has a lid.
Has the pot lid. Hell yeah, this turned into a big ass. Is it a Mexican standoff? Is that what they call them when like one weapon is way better than the other?
Yeah. So he throws the pesto, it hits the pan.
And the pan hits the guy in his sternum. And Panman
falls over the cliff.
No.
In that like super dramatic green screen fall.
No. I'm falling. And then the professor is slowly dying as well, with his hands and arms at a 90-degree angle
From
But
the world's sharpest pan lid.
he still has enough energy to give out multiple complete sentences.
Yes.
Is he dead yet? And she's like, I don't know. I didn't see him fall. Well, get on. Would you, cupcake? What the fuck? You're still going to be a sexist asshole?
Well, yeah, so he's a dickhead, and she pushes the pan lid in further.
Because her fingerprints are now on that pan lid.
Good job.
And when they find the body,
They're
guess
gonna
who's
think-
going to jail, bitch?
Because Pan Man will be gone.
And he wears those rubber-ass gloves.
Yeah.
Ew, that's his dying thing. It's just a cough.
Oh, a cough.
He's like,
It's
like the extended death scene. You're just like, just fucking die.
yeah, really.
And 30 seconds later, it's like,
I was thinking when Darth whatever takes over, like I forget whose body it is in South Park, and he's like, go.
and look, Tito comes up.
And here's Kato Kalin.
Kato comes to the fucking beach. Pan Man's body was dying, and Kato's like, hey, I've got this bottle of Boone's Farm on me.
Just
And the
walking on the
green
beach.
ghost, or green gas.
Did it pass to Kato?
I think it did.
Okay.
Then the green gas goes and frames OJ.
So apparently he doesn't know that Hope is dead. But he met Hope when he was Pan Man. So how would he know that she was alive?
No, I think Jeremy is fucking that dude in her class.
Okay, so he knew of her prior to becoming Pan Man. So he's only
Yeah.
been Pan Man for a few days.
Yeah. Ew, that's the last thing he fucking heard was, hey, that girl that you had a crush on, she's dead. And he's like, oh, bye. And then he died?
Yeah, then he dies.
What the fuck? And now the ocean tide is coming in.
So they're going to
I swear to God, if he fucking goes away with the tide,
How
my
strong is this tide?
God. And he's going away with the tide.
At the shore, how strong is the tide to pull a body out? Wouldn't you have to put the body out into the water?
And that big ass wave is coming in. Beautiful end,
Oh,
man.
my word.
And there's still the stolen fucking car.
And here's Kato Kalin with
Here's
the Pan
Kato
Man
with
costume.
If you found a pan at the fucking ocean, would you take it home? And then you're just going to steal a car. How did you get to the ocean, Kato? You had to drive your car to the ocean.
Yeah, he walked to the ocean.
Oh, okay. That car still hasn't been fucking reported stolen. And now Kato's picking up on the younger sister, even though she's covered in fake blood and a neck cut.
Yeah, that she just pulled off her neck.
And he's like, which way you headed? If I ever went and picked up a hitchhiker and I was like, which way you headed? And they said like north, like she just did, I'd say, well, fuck off then.
Yeah.
If you would have told me, hey, I'm headed to fucking, D Street or something, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm headed to fucking this way. Okay, but if you ever, like, if I was like, hey, Anthony, how do we get over there? Okay, head west on Blue Diamond. I'd be like, left or right, damn it.
Yeah, really.
Which way you headed? I'm headed north. So you're going up? Like, fuck off.
I don't have my compass with me.
Exactly. Ooh. Then Kato just looked at her and his eyes turned green. I can't wait for number 2 to come out. And that was the end of the movie.
And that's the movie. All right.
Kato becomes homeless and steals pots from the ocean. And apparently you get a fucking eclipse that nobody's going to report stolen.
Like literally no one, like it's been days. Somebody could have done it already. Does he not have family or friends?
Right? Like, hey, he died, but where'd his car go?
Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, like, I swear he had a car, but,
we should keep looking for this and tell no one.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just a figment of my imagination.
All right.
Fucking had a car.
Yeah.
All right, let's refill.
Yeah. We'll be back with some final thoughts on Panman.
Damn it.
All right, so we're back with final thoughts on Panman.
Panman.
This movie is ridiculous.
I was wrong, man. It wasn't fucking Ramsey or Seagal.
It's just
Damn it.
random guy.
Some random ass bitch
Just some random.
trying to protect a fucking poached salmon recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, I love salmon. My neighbor, she has this. She's from Hawaii. She has this recipe for salmon. I don't know what the fuck she does with it. I don't. She has this big ass cut of salmon. I don't know if she puts, like, it's gonna sound really disgusting. I don't know if she puts like mayonnaise on the top of it or something. I don't know. But whatever the fuck she does, and then she like wraps it in tinfoil and like bakes it for a little bit, and then it comes out, and you're just like, God damn. It probably isn't mayonnaise. Probably, I don't know. I was at work one time. We were talking about like Thanksgiving dinners and like family barbecues and shit like this.
Yeah.
And I think somebody was talking about like macaroni and cheese. Like I can bake, like when I make macaroni and cheese from scratch, like I go to town on macaroni and cheese. This other guy chimed in. He's like, I'm pretty sure that like when we did macaroni and cheese, like we crumbled like Nilla wafers and put all over the top of it. And everybody's like, you're no longer allowed to talk in this conversation, And it's like, I chimed in. I was like, maybe you're talking about like, like banana pudding or something.
But like mac and cheese?
Like Nilla wafers is like crumbling them and then put them on the top of it.
No.
I don't know.
Maybe breading. Like you could do a breading. I could see that. Like it would add to like make a crunchiness to it.
But I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe that guy was serious. Like, what was it? Lethal Weapon 1. When fucking Mel Gibson was like, hey, you like your chili with or without crushed Oreos? Like,
Well, okay,
it's got that little thing.
So was that Riggs? I forget who's Riggs and who's Murtaugh. Whoever Mel Gibson's character was.
This shit.
He's the crazy guy. Like he does weird things. Like you never know what he's gonna do.
But like there's that shit that there's those crazy ass ideas. Like my buddy, a really, really, really like close friend of mine, we would barbecue every Saturday, and he's like, "Hey, I heard this is good." I was like, "All right, let's try it." He brought over this cheese, and we threw it on the grill, and like it didn't melt, but it got really, really soft. Mm-hmm. Right, and so then we put watermelon pieces on the grill. And I was like, this automatically sounds like fucking horse shit. And so then we put the melted cheese and the watermelon together and we ate it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was good.
Really?
Fucking nuts, man. It's like I've always seen like those bottles of like, salty watermelon vodka or like salty watermelon something.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, dude. Like, I love watermelon like how it is. People are like, oh, have you ever put salt on your watermelon? I was like, no. And like, I don't give a fuck if you think it tastes delicious. I think watermelon is delicious by itself.
Yeah.
But when we were grilling, we would do all this crazy shit on my grill. And I can't remember what cheese it was, but we put that and the fucking watermelon together. It was good. We only did that one time. I mean, we also could have been fucking hammered as shit too.
And anything you made would have been amazing.
Yeah, like we used to do these stuffed burgers, and you couldn't come up with like any idea, and like we'd fucking put it in there. Like we'd have stuffed burgers with like feta cheese and spinach. I did a stuffed burger with fucking SpaghettiOs in it.
Yeah.
Like, a stuffed burger with raviolis. Fucking crab, like you name, like we had so many crazy ass stuffed burger combos. It was fucking nuts, man.
Some of those sound pretty good. All right,
Yeah.
so
But I wouldn't fucking murder people over one of my fucking recipes.
Over a poached salmon recipe.
Right? You're never going to get my SpaghettiOs and hamburger stuffed.
Yeah, like that, like when they try to like deeper, like Inception level this plot, because it's fairly basic and it's not interesting. Like it just, to me, it feels like your deeper level meaning just doesn't sound logical or interesting.
Like, you know what they could have done is all those assholes that beat that dude to death with fucking random kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
The ghost from that guy could have come back and killed all of their bloodlines. And that would have been a fucking good plot for
That would have
it.
been more interesting.
Yeah, and then the professor is like, you killed my dad because he hit you with a fucking whisk. And now I'm trying to get revenge on you. Because that dude was easily fucking 75, 80 years old.
Yeah.
So you're 50 years old and this dude was banging your 50-year-old wife?
Yeah.
But again, you're a fucking custard professor, so you don't have a lot going for you with your life.
So you're not, grabbing the cougars.
Yeah. I should get on like Craigslist, like looking for custard builder's wife.
Looking for custard professor's wife.
Do you like pina coladas?
And getting lost in the rain.
I'll fucking start a Craigslist ad for that.
No,
was your husband brutally murdered by fucking random ass objects found in kitchens?
That would be hilarious. And to just like ask questions to like describe the plot of this movie and see if anybody picks up on the fact that you are talking about a movie.
It would be like there was a radio show. I think it was on like World's Dumbest or something. Where this pastor's like, okay, call in with questions. And they would call in or they would email in with fucking plots of storylines. And so this one guy, he's like, I was born and raised on the East Coast, Philadelphia to be exact. He's like, and most of the days I would just be on the basketball court, just shooting hoops. And then one day I got into some trouble and my parents. And so the guy read this entire plot and then fucking was like, God always comes first. Believe in him, blah, blah, blah. And then the next one comes up and it's like a fucking talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then fucking the guy's like partner came in. He's like, hey man, they're talking about like Star Wars or whatever the fuck movie that is. And he's like, what? He's like, Star Wars, the movie. Like you've never heard of that movie before? And the guy's like, oh. And he's like, oh, we got some pranksters on us, But like the guy like went through like, kind of like on The Office.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what it should fucking be. Just start a Craigslist ad, be like, I'm looking to get back at a fucking serial killer who killed my parents because they killed him with fucking random appliances.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fucked up death scene though, man.
Oh, it was. Like some of the death scenes were semi-realistic, but most of them were completely ridiculous.
Oh, remember though, this was based on a true story and everybody's name, nobody's was changed. So there's a guy named Jeremy out there who just fucking, and then Keto. What the fuck is his name?
Kato Kalin.
Kato. Fucking Jack Daniels, you sly devil.
It's not the diet. It's the guy, the roommate in the OJ house.
Yeah. So we need to contact him because he fucking is Dumbledore and he's going around as a Panman.
Apparently.
Fuck.
You think Kato would be on the podcast?
I don't want him on the podcast because he's Dumbledore and he would murder people. Unless we were cool with him and be like, hey, guess what? We don't want poached salmon.
Yeah.
We just want to know how the glove didn't fit.
Or maybe he's too popular for us. He probably is.
Fuck no. Obviously not if he's fucking playing in Panman.
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool though if he was like, yeah, I'll get on there. But then he's like, this is a true story, right? And so I am Panman. Like, that'd be fucked up.
It's like, he does actually exist. You should live in fear.
Yeah, he's like, don't ever fucking go to any restaurants or try to cook anything ever again.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys should only order fucking takeouts. Get rid of all your pants from your houses. Anything that potentially could harm somebody, don't have it in your house.
Pretty much.
That's pretty fucked up, though. Still, that murder scene with just random ass objects from a kitchen. And the thing is, like, you know, there's the smart ones. They're like, okay, we're going to grab a knife and we're going to grab a fucking rolling pin. But then that stupid bitch was like, I'm going to grab a whisk. Oh, I'm going to grab a measuring cup. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to grab a fucking, you know.
Just things that you could not murder somebody with. You would just mildly piss them off.
Yeah, you'd be like, God damn it, that's annoying. Before they get up and beat your ass. But then at the same time too is like the amount of shit. Like, I don't want to say this, but if we go to like Applebee's right now, would they have like that pizza like spatula thing?
I mean, probably not, because they don't make pizza. So, like, you only have that.
So, what kind of goddamn restaurant? Like, the restaurant that dude was murdered in
has everything.
Everything.
Like
it had like the corn on the cob holders. It had like the barbecue pit spinner thingies. It had everything.
Because apparently they do barbecue and they do pizza
and brick fire pizzas and corn and fried chicken and like all this other shit. Like all those weapons.
Like, this is the weirdest restaurant, and I don't know if I'd want to eat there, because if the restaurant makes everything, then you don't probably
can't focus on
making one thing good.
Yeah.
Like, everything's going to taste like shit.
Like, if you're just like, yeah, I'd like a pizza, that's okay. We have Menudo pizza. I'd be like, that sounds fucked up. You can't have, we have chicken noodle soup pizza. We have pepperoni pizza soup.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck? How do you have pepperoni pizza soup? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Like, is this a stoner restaurant? Like,
dude, I mean, we need to, what is it? Copyright chicken noodle soup pizza and pepperoni pizza soup. You can't copy us and make those.
We thought of it first.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so I know we're kind of vamping here because there's really not that much to talk about as far as, like...
Still pretty... I like the movie. I like the movie. It
was fun. Like, it was pretty fun. Like, it's obviously not serious in any way whatsoever.
It's dead serious.
When you see Panman running across the beach with his girlfriend.
I like that opening scene, though, when he was, you know... fantasizing having a beautiful life with them, and then she's like, who spilled the sugar? And he flips her off, and then he's like, you know what, fuck you, and then he just kills her over spilled sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably can't hold a steady relationship for that long.
Well, he's a mentally unstable demon Panman.
I would be too if I was fucking brutally murdered by all my colleagues with fucking random ass kitchen appliances.
So apparently being murdered by all of your colleagues turns you into a demon?
Ooh. Yeah, because you can't be a ghost, because ghosts are only around from like the Civil War era. So...
Well, yeah, it's the...
shoot out of luck.
It's the no gene co genes clause.
I swear to God, if I fucking... if I died and there's like, okay, here's your options... You can, you know, go to heaven, or you can fucking stay here on Earth and haunt people. I'd be like, all right, you know, haunting people might be pretty funny.
It's like,
but
where are your Mayflower clothes?
Yeah, but they're like, you have to wear Jinko jeans. I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'd be like, no, like that's stupid.
That would be pretty goddamn hilarious. Or what if they're just pulling a trick on us, and it is exactly how you said. They're like, okay, you die. We don't want people to know that ghosts are like nowadays people. So here's our wardrobe of fucking, you know, the Mayflower, and here's their pilgrim hat.
You can do Mayflower, which you can be settler or Indian.
See,
you can do colonial. Lots of frilly lace.
See, those they're like those are the only options. You're just like,
and heavy wool.
but I was born in like the 2000s. Like, do you want to haunt? Yes or no? Like, I think it'd be hilarious to be a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like just walk around like if I saw a couple like chilling in my house, like
Just
I'd like fart.
Have fucking like Zach Bagans walking around talking shit, and it's like we picked up this recording off of the ghost box.
It's a big old like wet fart sound.
It's like a wet fart sound, or like where are you from?
And it's just like
titty sprinkles. Like, I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Or if you say something like, why are you here? Your mom. He'd be like, what? He gets all pissed off.
Like, I will murder you with my faux hawk.
Yeah. Like, how fucking, like, I don't know if I get angry. If I'm like, why are you in my house? Your mom's house. I'd be like, what the fuck?
How do you know whose name is on the deed?
Right? There's one time. All right, we'll end it with this one.
Yeah, because we don't really have much in critique on this movie. It's just fun.
This is more. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's just fun.
There's one time we were doing whatever, and no, I can't say it like that. So we used to fight, right? And so when we were training, there's this kid that would always like try to talk shit to us. And so he was too young, but like, we always joked around with him and everything. And so there was one time he said something, and we were just joking around. We're just like, yeah, well, your mom's bed sheets are like gray. Like just because other adults were around, they knew what we were hinting at. And the kid looks at us, he's like, how do you know what color my mom's bed sheets are? And we're like,
we didn't mean to pick the right color.
Yeah. But it's just fucking hilarious because like, he was, still young enough to not know what we were talking about. But the other adults were just like, really? You're going to tell this little kid that you're banging his mom? And so the kid's like, how do you know what my mom's bed sheets look like? And we're like, all right, kid, go back to go do your training.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Fucking funny. But, yeah, no, I like the movie. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, it's not technically
Panman.
good or bad. It's just entertainingly dumb.
Yeah, it was entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait for number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
We can get into like the Candyman legacy of Panman.
I'm gonna hit up Kato tomorrow.
It's worth
be
a
like,
shot.
hey, I have an exorcist buddy who can get Panman out of you. And if he's like, God damn it, it was just a movie, I'll be like, no, it wasn't. We saw the beginning of it.
It said it was a true story.
And that nobody's names or locations have been changed. So, Kato, I don't know if you know this or not, but you've been possessed by Dumbledore, or whatever the fuck that guy's name was.
Yeah.
But apparently you oversalt all your food, though, because that's your special seasoning.
And for your poached salmon is to, like, have way too salty food.
And then Kato is, I don't know how tall he is, but it looks like whatever, Deldorfy, whatever the fucking guy's name was. He fancies a nice duster jacket.
He does.
And so when Jeremy was Panman, that duster was almost touching the ground. Kato didn't look very tall.
No, he didn't. He's not very tall.
So it's going to be like just a ballroom gown that just drags on the ground, and he's going to be like, oh, and fucking spin around in circles.
Pretty much.
I think we need to reach out to Kato and make sure he's okay, man.
We do.
I think that's what we need to do as citizens.
And maybe have him on episode.
Like, Kato, are you possessed? Yes or no? If he's like, no, goddammit, it was just a movie. That sounds exactly like somebody who's possessed would say.
Would say that they're not possessed.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right. Well,
that was the end of that one.
Wrap this one up for another wonderful episode of Berated B-rated movies.
Berated B-rated.
Berated.
So, coming in hot. So, yeah, no, good time.
Yeah, it was a good one.
fucking until next time.
All right.
Hell yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. We are available on Apple, Google, Stitcher, and Spotify. Give us a like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing.